have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Toronto Raptors come in for this one. Bringing you the NBA here on 2K Sports with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. Welcome, everyone. So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Calderon and DeRozan are the guards. Gray out there with Bargnani. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. And for the Lakers, World Peace and Powell in the forward slots. Kobe is out there with Ramon Sessions. And it's Bynum in at the center position. Blocked. And it's the Raptors ball for the finish.
How's that for finishing with flavor?
Absolutely fantastic.
I think he was saving that one for a special occasion. Boy, I tell you, the Lakers are always tough on their home court. I mean, visiting teams can get a little starstruck, too. I mean, all kinds of celebrities hanging out in the crowd. Just as many famous people watching as actually playing in the game when you go play the Lakers.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey.
Kevin, when I asked him what his team is looking to accomplish on the offensive end, he said they'll be looking to make the extra pass. He told me with the shot blockers they are facing, they'll often come to help from the weak side, and they can get a lot of easy buckets if they know when they've left their man alone inside. Let's see if their guys make the right reads.
Wonderful, Doris. Thanks for the report.
You know, that strong defense on the other side obviously has them a big concern.
Yeah, no question. And they're so good when you isolate, they're going to really close you down. So you've got to keep player movement, ball movement, try to get that defense on the move. That's the only way you're going to get good shots against this team.
Going back to that Lakers home record, 30-11. Last season, tied for the 5th best home record in the league. And Steve, you start overlapping, you know, the star watching at the games, good play on the floor. That's quite a scene.
It's a great scene. One of the great venues in the NBA. And the Lakers, they're competitive year in and year out. And they'll continue to be a tough team, whether it's at Staples Center or on the road. Well, when you look at the Raptors' 16-year history in Toronto, I think the big concern is whether the team can retain its stars. When you look at Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Chris Bosh, all great players who decided they wanted to move on. So can Toronto hang on to its own players? That's the big question going forward.
Well, and for some of the players who left Toronto, some of them mentioned the higher taxes or even the culture clash. Didn't like cable TV. I mean, they're picking on a lot of different things here, but what do you think really is, Clark, the answer for the NBA, not only in Toronto, but in Canada?
Well, Kevin, I don't think it's the city of Toronto. I mean, that's a pretty vibrant metropolitan area, terrific diversity, a lot of things to do. I think the bottom line is if players feel that they can win with the Raptors, they'll want to hang around.
Yeah, and they got good restaurants up there, too.
Yes, good eateries. I knew you would
chime
in about that.
I knew you'd like that comment.
Knew you would chime in about that grub. You know, he's definitely a catalyst for their offense, guys. I mean, he is so talented. He really causes problems for the other team's defense.
And the Raptors call time here.
I'll tell you what, guys, for the Raptors last season, a huge drop-off in their road record. I mean, just 6 wins all season long. The prior season was 115 on the road.
Goutlocks check in for the Lakers. And then for Toronto, Johnson comes in for Aaron Gray. Linus Kleza subbed in for James Johnson. Here's Johnson. Off the inbound. And the layup is good. And for the Raptors, 6 wins on the road. Clark, we talked about that. Not unusual for a team that Steve won only 22 games all year.
Yeah, not at all. And I'm sure with their high-scoring style, they gave the opponents' home fans some exciting games to watch. But, you know, that's half the problem. They're so offensive-minded that their games just became track meets. And it's tough to win on the road when you don't defend.
Here is Sessions. Just over 5 minutes left in the first quarter of the game. He goes up. Here's Bynum. And the layup is up and in. Bynum's got his first basket.
You know, nice work getting inside that time. I mean, that's the spot where his height advantage is really going to pay off for him, and he used it.
And Andrew Bynum, a guy who has been hit with injuries throughout his career. But when he's healthy, the Lakers are so tough to beat because of the length and size that Bynum and Gasol provide for that front line.
Steve Blake's checked in for Goutlocks. Here is Calderon. Lock at 6. Gasol against Bargnani. Over Gasol. And there's Bargnani on the assist by Calderon. And last season, there were a few grumbles, Steve, after Bynum missed the first month and a half of the season. You see, Bynum had delayed surgery after the finals, Clark, so that he could go to the World Cup soccer.
Well, when you're a pro basketball player, that has to be your first priority. I'm a big-time soccer fan myself, but Bynum may have made a boo-boo there.
Yep.
Yeah, but he was ready to go come playoff time, and, you know, that's kind of the Lakers' go-to philosophy. Just be ready when the playoffs show up. And he did play pretty well in the postseason.
And Sessions gets to Blake. Bynum against Johnson. Johnson against Bynum. Goes up low, and he zips to the basket and lays it in.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Calderon against Sessions. Shoots. That doesn't go either for Bargnani.
He's laboring out there right now, guys. The shot has not been falling for him this quarter.
You know, even though it's transition, he's got the green light to fire from there if he has a good look at
it. Sessions against Calderon. And there's the feed to DeRozan. Here's Johnson. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
He didn't have to get off the ground very far for that one. The big man with the slam.
Well, he makes up for any lack of athleticism with that tremendous size, Clark.
Yeah, he's not exactly a smooth operator, but what he is powerful. When he gets positioned in the lane, he can go up and get it done.
Calderon kicks to Kleza. Over Blake. The Lakers with the rebound. And Bargnani picks him up defensively. And Bynum backing in.
I see him.
Flies in the post. And he cruises to the hoop for the layup. Bynum's got 8 points.
Boy, every time they drop it in, they do so from close range. Easy baskets.
Yeah, high percentage looks time and time again, guys. And it's paying off for them the way they're playing this game. I like their strategy.
Kobe's checked in for Steve Blake. Then for the Raptors, James Johnson's checked in for DeRozan. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Jose Calderon. Here is Bayless. Kicks it to Johnson. Bargnani inside. Working on Gasol. No good from Bargnani.
Last time Mike Brown coached in the NBA was with the 2010 Cavaliers. LeBron James's last year with Cleveland. And Mike Brown had a pretty good record with the Cavs. Even won Coach of the Year in 2009.
Second shot opportunity. And he didn't quite get enough under that one. And there's Ramon Sessions on the assist from Kobe. Getting back to Brown for just a second. Clark, a couple of 60-win teams under his watch, while in Cleveland, of course, LeBron James is there with him.
Yeah, exactly, and that bodes well going forward. Unfortunately, he was not able to translate those 60-win seasons into a championship. But there are a lot of factors that come into winning a championship. I don't think you can disparage Mike Brown at all because he did a terrific job in getting those teams to the level he got them to. And that experience will serve him well as he tries to help the Lakers win another championship.
Here's Gasol. Shoots over Bayless. Raptors trail by 9. Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice groove.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Johnson with a screen on Sessions. Here's Bargnani. That doesn't go either for Bargnani.
I think he's just got to compose himself, gather himself. He may be trying a little too hard out there. Let it flow. Let it happen. Don't force it.
And Toronto has possession after the miss from Pau Gasol. Here's Kleza. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. And now it's just a 4-point Laker lead. And here's Los Angeles. They lead by 4. And here's Kobe for 3. And it's good. Kobe's got 13 points.
Since the first tip, he's been red hot from long range. He's in the zone right now.
Here is Bayless. 1 second left. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Here is Bayless.
You know, for so long we've seen the Lakers coast into the playoffs, put themselves in a tight spot, and then find a way out of it. But in that series versus Dallas in last season's playoffs, they really looked like a tired and overmatched team.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Lakers. World Peace is Solon Bynum on the front court. Sessions out there with Kobe. For the Lakers, Kobe said, Clark, after that series, we've been playing with fire the last 3 years. Now we finally got what we deserved. Steve, that is a very interesting quote. Take it apart for us and delve into it.
Well, I think the Lakers had been to the finals for 3 straight years, and I think they were worn out emotionally. And for a couple of those playoff series over the years, they did play with fire and get away with it. Not last year. Dallas just destroyed them, and I think the Lakers just looked tired, both physically and mentally.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Hey, guys. Troy Murphy, a big-time player in Indiana with his rebounding and long-range shooting. But last season, after getting traded to his hometown New Jersey Nets, he was benched and really didn't play a lot all season. He's hoping that here on a new team, he can contribute a bit more this season.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Doris.
Well, the Raptors not only were one of the youngest teams in the league last season, they may have been one of the youngest starting fives in league history. Jared Bayless, DeMar DeRozan, Amir Johnson, Sonny Weems, and Ed Davis. That starting lineup averaged just 22 years of age.
Rebound, Gray. Raptors trail by 6. Johnson, the pass to DeRozan. And the Raptors miss again. Of course, the truism in the NBA is that young teams don't win much, but keep them together, perhaps that might make a difference. The Raptors hoping their young players, Clark, can turn things around as quickly as possible.
Yeah, you know, they've got some promising players, and I agree with you. You find a young star talent like a Kevin Durant. I mean, that's what everybody's looking to try to do now. It's a lot easier said than done, but we've seen if you get that kind of player, things can turn around pretty quick.
Well, the top 4 players for Oklahoma City, for instance, 22 or younger.
Yeah.
So, yes, you're right.
It can be done.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. He gathers. The Lakers with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. Can't connect from short range.
I think he caught a glimpse of the defender out of the corner of his eye because he just seemed to lose his focus there for a moment.
Covered by World Peace. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one is on World Peace.
Well, you know, a recent stat said that in the last 15 years, the Lakers are on average the best offense in the NBA. But in crunch time,